The problem with finding exoplanets is that a planet is so tiny and so dim compared to a star that it's essentially undetectable.
Do you ever wonder, what if Earth isn't the best place for life in the universe? Today, we're diving into the most fascinating exoplanets scientists believe could be even more habitable than Earth.
There would be tornadoes, there would be windstorms whipping around, and it would be very violent.
With better climates, more stable environments, and potentially richer ecosystems, these worlds might just blow your mind.
The Goldilocks zone, and that's what makes this particular discovery so exciting from the prospect of finding life.
Whether you're into space, science, or just wild discoveries, you won't want to miss this. Let's explore the planets that just might be even better for life than Earth. Number 13. Move over Mars. Imagine waking up to a world painted in red. Red plants, red leaves, and red grass everywhere. This vivid scenario could be the reality on Kepler 186f. Why would the plants appear red? It's all thanks to its cooler, redder host star, which causes plant life on this exoplanet to adapt and utilize red wavelengths of light for photosynthesis. A study conducted in 2018 proposed that Kepler 186f could possess seasons and a climate akin to that of Earth. Furthermore, it orbits within its system's Goldilocks zone, an area known for having just the right conditions for life, neither too hot nor too cold. Aside from the intriguing color palette, Kepler 186f is of great interest to scientists as they continue to investigate for signs of extraterrestrial life. One report highlights optimistic yet inconclusive evidence in radio noise received from the planet. These signals were captured by the Allen Telescope Array, where researchers examined the emissions. While radio waves typically arise from interactions between matter and electromagnetic fields of planets and stars, certain patterns in Kepler 186f's radio data were interpreted by some scientists as possibly indicating intentional broadcasts. In essence, this could mean signs of extraterrestrial technology. Unfortunately, the data remains quite ambiguous, and the conclusions are not widely supported, as the patterns observed were not consistent and could likely be coincidental. If there are indeed life forms there, let's hope they aren't anything like facehuggers. With Kepler 186f situated 580 light-years away in the Cygnus constellation, even at a speed of 430,000 miles per hour, it would take over 900,000 years to reach this exoplanet. Looks like our next alien adventure is going to have to wait. Number 12. Terrestrial Twin. Speaking of long-lost family, Earth has a twin waiting in the cosmos. Yes, there's an exoplanet nearly identical to Earth, known as KOI-4878.01. The acronym KOI stands for Kepler Object of Interest, meaning its status as a planet has yet to be confirmed. However, if it is validated, it could rival Earth in terms of habitability. This exoplanet is located 6 quadrillion miles away in the Draco constellation. Despite the distance, it boasts an impressive similarity to Earth, with a remarkable 98% likeness, especially concerning size and temperature. To gauge the radius of other exoplanets, scientists often use Earth's radius of 3,963 miles as a standard. KOI-487.8.01 is slightly larger at 1.05 Earth radii, equivalent to about 4,161 miles. This size is ideal for a super-habitable planet, not too large to be a gas giant like Neptune, yet big enough to maintain an atmosphere and interior heat. Though it orbits a hotter host star, a G-type star with temperatures ranging from 10,000 to 13,000 degrees Fahrenheit, its estimated surface temperature hovers around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. This is strikingly close to Earth's average temperature of 59 degrees, making it increasingly difficult to tell these cosmic twins apart. Number 11. Cosmic Cousin. Did you know that Earth has a cosmic relative? Indeed, our home planet has a distant cousin that doesn't join the family gatherings anymore. Why not? Because it's far too distant for visits, about 10.5 quadrillion miles away. At a speed of 430,000 miles per hour, it would take over 2.8 million years to reach it. I'm referring to Kepler 452b, affectionately dubbed Earth 2.0. This intriguing exoplanet orbits its host star at a distance similar to that of Earth from the Sun. 97 million miles compared to Earth's 93 million miles. However, its G-type star is 11% larger, and because of the additional ice on Kepler 452b, its surface temperature ranges between 80 degrees Fahrenheit and 143 degrees Fahrenheit. Although it's hotter than Earth, it still falls within the range where liquid water could exist. Kepler 452b is also 60% larger than Earth, which is significant because larger planets can maintain their internal heat and atmosphere for extended periods, allowing them to retain any oceans they may possess. The downside is that this planet might not be very habitable for much longer. Its host star, Kepler 452, is approximately 6 billion years old and is similar in size to our Sun. Being further along in its life cycle means that its habitable zone is shifting outward, with Kepler 452b just barely within this vital area. Estimates suggest that the planet might have only 500 to 900 million years left before conditions become too extreme for life. No wonder Kepler 452b hasn't been around for family reunions lately. Number 10. Not all light is bright. Kepler 62f isn't the only exoplanet with a permanent dark side. Gliese 667cc is another candidate that shines in its own right, at least half of it does. It is recognized as one of the most promising planets for having liquid water, with conditions suitable along the Terminator line, the boundary separating the light and dark sides of the planet. This area enjoys a perpetual dusk state, creating the perfect environment for life to flourish. Despite being tidally locked, the star-facing side receives around 90% of the sunlight that Earth experiences. However, life on this planet would certainly require some adjustment. Our standard 365-day year would be drastically shortened to just 28 days on Gliese 667cc. This means that if you're 20 years old on Earth, you'd be 260 by their calendar. So how do we get there? Well, this fascinating planet is situated in the Scorpius constellation, about 22 light-years away. While that may sound relatively close, traveling there would still take an astounding 40,000 years, even at the blistering speed of the Parker Solar Probe, which reaches up to 430,000 miles per hour. Nonetheless, advancements in technology are always emerging, and what seems impossible today might become a reality tomorrow. By the year 42,000, we could find ourselves on an incredible journey to this enchanting planet, turning dreams into reality. Number 9. Come to the dark side. Next on our cosmic journey is Kepler 62f, which may appear a bit blue, but that's simply because it could be a stunning aquatic world. Located nearly 1,000 light-years away in the Lyra constellation, around 5.8 quadrillion miles, this exoplanet possesses all the qualities that make it a prime candidate for future habitation. It is larger than Earth in both mass and size, estimated to have a mass of 2.6 times that of our planet, and a radius 1.4 times greater. Kepler 62f orbits a K-type star, which can live up to 30 billion years and has been shining for approximately 7 billion years already. Interestingly, this exoplanet might even host its own moon, similar to Earth. Researchers speculate that Kepler 62f is enveloped in expansive oceans akin to our own planet. Studies have reinforced its habitability by simulating atmospheric conditions and CO2 levels. Taking into account its orbital characteristics, scientists have determined that Kepler 62f likely experiences climates and even seasonal variations similar to Earth. The planet's axial tilt mirrors Earth's 23 degrees, estimated to range between 14 and 30 degrees. However, it is tidally locked, meaning one side always faces its star, creating a situation of perpetual daylight on one hemisphere and constant darkness on the other. Nevertheless, this axial tilt could enable heat distribution from the sunlit side to the cooler regions, ensuring parts of the planet remain habitable. As a self-proclaimed night owl, I find the idea of living on the dark side of Kepler 62f utterly captivating. Number 8. First prize planet. If there were a contest for the most super habitable planet, KOI 5715.01 would certainly take home the trophy. This exoplanet, often likened to a cosmic Miss Universe, is situated about 3,000 light-years from Earth, or approximately 18 quadrillion miles away. For all that distance, this planet is regarded as the pinnacle of habitable environments. Notably, it is estimated to be 5.5 billion years old, placing it well within the age range conducive to the development of life. KOI 5715.01 boasts a mean surface temperature of 53 degrees Fahrenheit, just a tad cooler than Earth's average of 59 degrees. Additionally, it orbits a K-type orange dwarf star, which is generally a more stable and quiet type of star compared to our G-type sun. This means it likely emits less harmful X-rays and ultraviolet radiation, thus creating an environment that favors the growth of life. What's even more impressive is that KOI 5715.01 is nearly twice the size of Earth, specifically 1.9 times larger. This larger size could potentially lead to a greener planet. Because the light emitted by K-type stars has a different wavelength, vegetation on KOI 5715.01 would be more abundant, making it easily visible from space. Additionally, the planet's gravity, being higher than that of Earth, may allow it to retain a thicker atmosphere, further enhancing its potential for supporting life. This extra atmosphere could result in a more stable climate, reducing temperature fluctuations that can be detrimental to living organisms. Moreover, its longer orbit around the K-type star might mean more extended seasons, which could contribute to diverse ecosystems. As scientists continue to explore exoplanets, KOI 5715.01 is a prime candidate for further investigation. Future telescopes, such as the James Webb Space Telescope, will be able to analyze the planet's atmosphere for signs of habitability. The pursuit of understanding such planets fuels our fascination with the cosmos, inspiring the search for life beyond Earth. It's safe to say this exoplanet deserves the crown. Its characteristics make it a contender for life, but it will take more than just appearances to truly determine its potential for habitability. Number 7. Trapped in space. Have you ever heard of an ultra-cool dwarf star? No, I'm not referring to Peter Dinklage. I'm talking about TRAPPIST-1, an ultra-cool dwarf star that boasts a fascinating system with 7 planets, much like our own solar system, which has 8. This intriguing system lies over 40 light-years away in the constellation of Aquarius, approximately 244 trillion miles from Earth. One of its exoplanets, known as TRAPPIST-1a, stands out as a promising candidate for habitability. Its mass, radius, density, and gravity closely resemble those of Earth, making it a rocky planet with the potential for liquid water, especially since it resides in the system's Goldilocks zone. While TRAPPIST-1e is slightly smaller than Earth, with a radius of 0.9 times that of our planet, its atmosphere does not seem dense enough to impede its habitability. The host star, TRAPPIST-1, is significantly cooler, smaller, dimmer, and older than our Sun, estimated to be around 7.6 billion years old compared to our Sun's 4.6 billion years. Due to its smaller size and cooler temperatures, this star could remain stable for up to 12 trillion years, far longer than our Sun's lifespan. In fact, TRAPPIST-1 is likely to be one of the last stars shining in the universe. With such a long-lasting star to support it, TRAPPIST-1e theoretically has the potential to develop complex life forms and might even possess more water than Earth, possibly up to 5% of its total mass. This is quite significant when you consider that water comprises only 0.02% of Earth's total mass. So, while Peter Dinklage is fantastic, TRAPPIST-1e might just steal the show in our quest for extraterrestrial life. In addition to TRAPPIST-1e, the system includes other intriguing planets such as TRAPPIST-1b, TRAPPIST-1c, and TRAPPIST-1d, each of which has unique features that contribute to the system's allure. Notably, these planets are in synchronous rotation with their host star, meaning they are tidally locked, which results in one side always facing the star, while the other remains in perpetual darkness. This configuration may lead to interesting atmospheric phenomena, as temperature variations could create dynamic weather systems. Furthermore, the study of TRAPPIST-1 has provided astronomers with invaluable insights into the potential for life in exoplanetary systems, making it a focal point for ongoing research. With future missions planned to study this fascinating system, scientists hope to gather more data that could clarify the conditions necessary for life beyond Earth. Now it's time for the odd topic. Check out this fascinating discovery shared by a social media user. He claims it's a real image of a planet recently discovered by NASA, located millions of light years away. According to him, the planet appears to have signs of planet-wide electricity and possibly an advanced civilization. However, after further research, it turns out the image isn't the one NASA shared. Do you believe there could be alien civilizations far more advanced than us? Let us know in the comments below with the hashtag #OddTopic. Number 6. Blue Lagoon Beyond the Moon. What would humanity look like if we had evolved in water instead of on land? Perhaps we would have fins and gills, along with webbed hands and feet. If we had developed on Kepler 22b, this might be the case. Located in the Cygnus constellation, approximately 635 light-years from Earth, this super-habitable water world is believed to be largely covered by vast oceans. Kepler 22b orbits a G-type star every 290 days, and while its host star emits only 25% of the sunlight our Sun does, it is actually 15% closer to its star than Earth is to the Sun. Consequently, this combination of factors allows Kepler 22b to maintain surface temperatures around 72 degrees Fahrenheit, which is quite pleasant. Fortunately, research indicates that these temperatures are unlikely to experience extreme greenhouse effects, unlike Earth, where heat becomes trapped in the atmosphere due to gas buildup. This means Kepler 22b could remain at a stable, habitable temperature for an extended period. Being over twice the size of Earth, it offers plenty of space, and studies suggest that life may indeed inhabit its waters. Imagining a thriving aquatic civilization on such a planet is tantalizing. Living in a watery paradise might be the ultimate dream for humankind, assuming we have enough water wings to get around. Number 5. Teegarden Party. With a name like Teegarden Star B, you might expect it to be the center of a cosmic celebration. In fact, Teegarden Star B, simply known as Teegarden B, is an exoplanet whose discovery has significant implications for our understanding of potentially habitable worlds. Teegarden B has a mass of approximately 1.05 times that of Earth, indicating that it is likely a rocky planet. Astronomers estimate that it has a 60% likelihood of possessing liquid water, even though its orbit lies outside the traditional habitable zone of its star. The Teegarden system is believed to be around 8 billion years old, a prime age for the development of life and a strong candidate for a super-habitable environment. Located 12.5 light-years away, this exoplanet seems much more accessible than others. Traveling at a speed of 430,000 miles per hour, reaching it would take about 18,727 years. While this duration is still a lengthy journey, Teegarden B boasts an impressive Earth Similarity Index rating of 0.95. This rating suggests it has a great deal of Earth-like characteristics. Unfortunately, despite the promising signs, there's a significant catch. While there's a 60% chance that this exoplanet has water, there's only a mere 3% chance of it having a suitable atmosphere. An atmosphere is crucial, as it consists of the gases necessary for life to thrive. Without it, Teegarden B would be left as a barren vacuum, where life as we know it cannot exist. If it turns out there's no atmosphere, we may need to indefinitely delay any plans to inhabit Teegarden Star B, which is disappointing to say the least. Number 4. Early Evolution. For years, humanity has been on the lookout for signs of alien life. However, what's even more intriguing is the potential discovery of life just starting to form, which might be happening right now on the exoplanet K218b.
Well, hello, Kepler.
Situated about 125 light-years away, or approximately 730 trillion miles from Earth, this distant planet is still quite a stretch to reach. At first glance, K218b doesn't appear very promising. Its orbit takes it outside the habitable zone of its host star, which is much cooler and smaller compared to our Sun. Nevertheless, studies indicate that this cooler environment might actually support liquid oceans, making it suitable for life. In 2019, scientists detected water vapor on K218b, constituting between 0.7% and 1.6% of its atmosphere. This breakthrough was made possible through a specialized imaging method known as spectrometry. This technique breaks down the light reflected from the planet into distinct bands, enabling researchers to identify specific chemical elements based on their unique signatures. With this information, scientists have also speculated that K218b may host clouds, though these clouds are likely to be composed of ice due to the planet's surface temperature rarely exceeding 41 degrees Fahrenheit. While K2-18b might not sound very appealing so far, there's more good news. In 2023, NASA announced that the James Webb Telescope had detected traces of methane, carbon dioxide, and possibly dimethyl sulfide, often referred to as DMS, in the atmosphere. Most of the DMS on Earth is produced by phytoplankton found in oceans, which play a vital role in absorbing CO2 and serving as a primary food source for marine life. This discovery raises the possibility that K2-18b could already harbor signs of microscopic life. Scientists acknowledge that a planet could be vastly different from Earth, but still provide conditions favorable for the emergence of unique life forms. Who knows? In a few million years, we might have extraterrestrial neighbors. Number 3. The planet next door. If we think of Earth as a cozy house, then Proxima Centauri b would surely be its next-door neighbor. This exoplanet not only holds incredible potential for supporting life, but it's also the closest known exoplanet to Earth. Situated a mere 4 light-years away in the Centaurus constellation, could Proxima Centauri b be our greatest opportunity for finding a new home in the cosmos? To begin with, it resides comfortably within its host star's habitable zone, where the radiation levels are suitable for a specific type of photosynthesis that could nurture both plant and bacterial life. There is also some evidence suggesting that Proxima Centauri b may have contained water in the distant past. However, it's not too late for this planet to regain its oceans. Asteroids and comets can serve as celestial water delivery systems, carrying water that can vaporize and disperse upon impact with the rocky surface of a planet. If Proxima Centauri b still possesses an atmosphere, it is likely to contain oxygen and carbon dioxide. Should it have lost its atmosphere previously, volcanic activity could potentially restore it by releasing trapped gases within the planet's rocky framework. This newly formed atmosphere could provide an even more stable environment than Earth's. But is reaching Proxima Centauri b a feasible endeavor? While 4 light-years may not sound too far in cosmic terms, it translates to an astounding 24 trillion miles. Traveling that distance would require more than 7,500 years, equating to about 268 generations of your descendants living aboard a spaceship. Fortunately, Proxima Centauri b is a red dwarf orbiting planet, likely to be around for trillions of years, plenty of time for life to develop. Moreover, there are ongoing projects on Earth aimed at creating advanced power systems and transportation methods to make this journey a reality within the 21st century. So who knows? Perhaps your future great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren will inhabit a brand new world in the not-so-distant future. Now that sounds exciting. Number 2. Planet Ross. Have you ever imagined what life would be like on a planet named Ross? Would we all go by names like Rossians, Rosslings, or perhaps Rosskind? Well, the exciting news is that Ross is indeed a real planet, more specifically known as Ross 128b. This exoplanet resides in the Virgo constellation, approximately 11 light-years away from our home planet. Ross 128b is nearly the same size as Earth, with a comfortable surface temperature of around 73 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just right for the possibility of water if it boasts an atmosphere. Scientists are currently on a quest to discover evidence of life in this potential atmosphere, which could include essential chemicals such as oxygen, ozone, and methane, ingredients crucial for evolution. Interestingly, it appears that Ross is keen to become our interstellar neighbor. The host star of this system, Ross 128, is gradually moving toward our solar system. This means that in roughly 79,000 years, Ross 128b will be the closest exoplanet to Earth. When it comes to habitability, we should also consider the gravitational force on Ross. It has a gravity of about 1.1 Gs, which is only slightly higher than what we experience on Earth. Humans are capable of adapting to environments with up to 4 times the Earth's gravitational strength. This means we could likely thrive on Ross without any major issues, although we would feel the difference. For instance, if you weigh 150 pounds on Earth, on Ross you would feel like you weigh an extra 16 pounds. So when we eventually visit Ross, it's safe to say we might want to leave our scales back home. Number 1. Nature's calling. Among the countless intriguing celestial objects out there, KOI 5554.01 stands out as one of the most fascinating. This exoplanet is a potential superhabitable paradise, boasting conditions ideal for life. At around 6.5 billion years old, it sits comfortably in a prime age range. Additionally, KOI 5554.01 has an orbital period remarkably similar to Earth's, lasting 362 days, and its radius measures 0.96 times that of Earth, making it slightly smaller. While larger sizes tend to be more favorable for superhabitable conditions, a smaller radius indicates it likely has a solid surface. Having a rocky surface significantly increases the chances of supporting life because essential chemicals, nutrients, and minerals needed for living organisms, like phosphorus, are more usable in solid forms. With an ideal temperature of 79 degrees Fahrenheit, KOI 5554.01 is also situated at a distance from its host star equivalent to the distance from the Sun to Earth, at 93 million miles. This planet is very close in mass to Earth, weighing in at about 1.02 Earth masses, which translates to around 6.7 sextillion tons. However, the distance presents a challenge. KOI 5554.01 is located 700 light-years away, or approximately 4.1 trillion miles. To put this into perspective, our ancient hominid ancestor, Homo erectus, thrived for over 1.5 million years. Modern Homo sapiens, on the other hand, only emerged about 300,000 years ago. With plenty of time ahead for our species to explore the cosmos, we may eventually find a new home on another planet. Which of these planets can you see yourself purchasing some real estate on? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.